Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the finals of Event 9 of the Wera Tools Motorsport UK British Kart Championships at the Clay Pigeon Raceway in Dorset. And the first final of the day is for Honda Cadet. Round 4 of 7 for the Hondas. And we have 26 karts lined up on the grid, led by new championship leader Jarrett Clark, with Kenzo Craigie alongside him on row number 1. Albert Friend and Max Endicott share row number 2.
Rocco Shenton will go from row 3. Charlie Wolfett will be alongside Noah Barham, and Luca Ballack, they'll go from row 4.
On row number 5, we have Kai Clark and Eva Morris, Bella Fairclough and the tiny Carter Ellis Bell on row 6.
Ethan Griffiths will go from row 7 with Charlie Warren alongside. Charles Kitely and Finlay Line start from row 8.
That's Ethan Griffiths. I've got to mention him twice because he's Welsh.
Right.
Joshua Griffin and Rio Licata share row number 9. Oliver Miewski and Jacob Bashler go from row 10.
Oliver Warner and Harry Taylor go from row 11. Mason Brooks and Hayden Gray round out the top 24.
With Albie Lapper and Oliver Spencer rounding out the field. So, Clay Pigeon, Honda Cadet in
book is out.
2021. The opening round of the 2021 championship, Noah Wolf won the Honda Cadet race from Timo Jungling, that year's eventual champion. Owen Neve for the Callum Hardgrave team. That was Callum's first podium of the new British Championship era for Callum Hardgrave's team. It's going to be a standing start, 15 minutes plus 1 lap. Jarrett Clark leads the championship, kart number 55, third at PF International, third at Larkhall, second at Warden Law. 3 podiums to his name. He won the Rotax Festival here at Clay Pigeon a week ago. Kenzo Craigie won the Kart Masters British Grand Prix 3 weeks ago. On row number 2, Albert Friend, last week qualified for the grand finals in Micromax out in Germany. And Max Endicott in kart number 18, he finished second at Larkhall, his sole British Championship podium finish. The engine notes rise, all eyes on the gantry, lights are green, we're off and racing.
Great start then from the whole field as they'll dart down in towards Billy's Blind for the first time. And Kenzo Craigie on the outside can't hold off.
Oh,
Jarrett
a spin
Clark.
in the background. One of the zip drivers. It's the number 19 kart of Rio Licata who has gone round. And Jarrett Clark has made a good start. Good run through the S's there for Clark. He'd opened up a big lead. Craigie having to make that zip kart quite wide just to hold on and establish second position. Change for third place as Max Endicott passed Albert Friend. So Friend in the number 91 SFR Motorsports kart drops down to, only he regains third place there. But at the end of lap number 1, it is Clark from Craigie, then a gap back to Friend, Endicott, Shenton, Barham, Ballack, Clark, Kai Clark, that is, then Wolfett, Fairclough, Morris and Bell, your top 12.
A completely different story that we're seeing this time around compared to the pre-final we saw earlier as one of the zip karts there darts on the inside curve just at the back of shots. This time 2-kart breakaway, Clark and Craigie. They don't have the 2 they had last time, Endicott and Barham.
Yeah, no, they don't.
It's a completely different story. They've got Albert Friend for company.
Yeah, well, now this is going to be interesting. Can the 2 drivers, now we're going to see Kenzo Craigie will push Jarrett Clark away for as long as he possibly can. Can Friend and Endicott with Shenton and Barham, those 4 drivers, work together and close in on the 2 drivers working alone? In theory, 3 or 4 drivers working together are quicker than 2 drivers on their own, but there are more potential for little incidents and accidents and misjudgments when there are more karts involved in the pushing.
Yes.
Now, Endicott in 4th place rather, has got a bit of a gap between himself and Shenton in 5th, so it's 2 and 2 for the top 4 positions. Endicott will try and work with Friend, and it looks like the gap is already closing in. Jarrett Clark head down as they come down the straight through Billy's Blind. Still nobody on the Alpha Live YouTube channel live chat, which we can see in the commentary box, has guessed who or what Billy's Blind is named after.
Oh dear. Well, 12.5 minutes to go then, plus as well. And I have to, do you know what? I think the group of 3 behind is starting to close in.
They are, yes, indeed. Charlie Wolfett gets a warning flag. in the number 95 Synergy Racing team. So the Synergy Racing Developments drivers, they are first, third, fifth in the championship. Clark leads, Friend is second, Barham third, Craigie fourth, Endicott fifth, and Line sixth. That's the championship positions. And you were right, Anthony. We now have a group of 5 for the race lead. Friend, Endicott, and Barham have joined the party. So that is 3 Synergy drivers, 1 Zip driver, and 1 SFR driver.
Yes, indeed. Now it's all starting to chop and change up because you can hear the crowd in the background of the shot, and already it's starting to kick off. Jarrett Clark went defensive there into the horseshoe, and then Kenzo Craigie fought back straight away.
That was, I think, Kenzo attacking Clark. Yeah, because Kenzo looked over. You see how often they're looking over their shoulders. They're going to, in cadet, they look over their shoulders more often than not. Craigie realised he was being caught. He's got the inside through around the second part of Billy's. Does he have the race lead? It's still side by side. No, I think Kenzo realised, you know, while it was 2 at the front, he was happy to chase.
Battenberg flags out.
Right,
so
yellow.
We're under full course yellow conditions.
Eva Morrison, Bella Fairclough, I think, have had it coming together. And there's a kart off at the hand hairpin. Yellow flag. And Kenzo Craigie has the lead. Let's have a little look. They're slowing down. They're all signaling to each other to slow down. So now we are under a full course caution. Around Billy's, Eva Morris and Bella Fairclough, the 2 young ladies in the field, have collided and come off the track somewhere. I think we saw that down at the hand hairpin. They're both Zip drivers. It was here that we saw a kart just in the barriers. So looking there, we can see one kart being pushed away now. They all slow down. So a reset with 10 minutes to go. Craigie, Clark, Friend, Barham, then Kai Clark, Endicott, Ballock, Shenton, Lines, and Wolf at your top 10. Charlie Warren in 11th, followed by Ellis Bell, Oliver Spencer, Ethan Griffiths, Oliver Mievsky, Oliver Warner, Josh Griffin, Mason Brooks, Charles Kitely, Harry Taylor, Jacob Bashler, Albie Lapper, Hayden Gray, and Rio Licata. So sadly, both young ladies in the race who started in the top 12 out of the race, but hopefully they're okay and will be going racing again very soon. There's hand hairpin. Now into the horseshoe. Still the Battenberg flags. 24 karts will restart nose to tail. And it's Zip Factory team leading Synergy Racing Developments, leading SFR Motorsport, then a quartet of Synergy karts. That is going to make Kenzo Craigie and Albert Friend very nervous indeed. All those Synergy karts together. Mike Spencer will be sitting there thinking, right boys, work together, work together, work together.
Obviously, championship points now have changed slightly at the end of the pre-final. Jarrett Clark leading the point standing, 706 points from Albert Friends, 684. And Kenzo Craigie, who is currently there in P2, and has actually no, he's showing that he's leading. He is leading. He's leading,
but yeah, I've got one timing screen that says Kenzo Craigie leads, and another that says Jarrett Clark leads.
Was he leading when the full course yellow came out?
I don't know. Can't recall. So, we're going green now? No.
No.
Not yet. Another lap under full course caution.
This is a long caution for these drivers, so...
Which means the last 8 minutes are going to be, or 7 3/4 minutes, it'll be about 6 3/4 minutes by the time they get going. And I can't quite see, so we've got one kart that has been moved outside. Right, there's still talking. Okay, so the two karts are off together. Just be up behind the karts now, to the left of the camera position here. Both drivers are up and talking to the medics, and I think what they're doing, one of the drivers sat on the tyres. They don't want to move the driver, but now both drivers, both Bella and Eva Morris, are walking away. So that's good to see, and hopefully this, if not this time, maybe next lap will be good to go. We come around top bend. Let's see. Not this time. So maybe one more lap under caution.
And hopefully we get the Honda Cadet final back underway. But of course, you have to remember safety is
of course.
paramount.
This is going to change. This is going to change the tactics of everything. So I mean, Kenzo Craigie, 8th at PF and 7th at Lark Hall. That's his results. His best results so far this year. Endicott has got a 2nd at Lark Hall. Noah Barham at 3rd at Warden Law. Luca Ballack, who is there in 7th place. He's got one top 10 this year. That's at Lark Hall. But he is a winner back in his Bambino days. Now, looking there, is the track clear? We're going to have 6 minutes plus lap. And this will change the tactics of all these karts. So, you know, we haven't got that period where the drivers can work together. It's going to be an all-out bun fight as Kenzo Craigie leads them to the restart. It's Craigie, Jarrett Clark, Friend, Barham, Kai Clark, Endicott, Ballack and Shenton. Into turn number 1, Craigie having to defend. Albert Friend gets muscled a little bit wide. Wheel-to-wheel contact, Friend over the grass.
Yeah, he's not even in shot there. I don't know where he went, so he's still on the track somewhere. But yeah, he's dropped right down the order, so...
And now Kenzo Craigie is all on his lonesome against the horde of those very, very striking liveried Synergy Racing Developments karts. Now, I haven't seen where Friend, now maybe did he clip a chain off when he came back on there? We're watching, he can't see him on our screens. So, Kenzo, you are the entree on the Synergy Racing Developments menu. You've got a bit of a gap over Jarrett Clark, and in turn, Clark has got a bit of a gap over the rest of his teammates. Jarrett Clark will try and work with Kenzo to push away, because again, Clark is looking for a championship, as is Kenzo, as is the rest of the field. Obviously, there is Finley Lyons, the number 94 kart, getting muscled out of the way at the horseshoe. But, well, spoke to his dad Paul earlier and said they love having the GP plate, but he goes, my word, it does make a target on our backs. Well, everybody is looking at that GP plate. It's a target because it's the kart in front.
Yes, it is.
Remember in the adverts, the car in front is a Toyota? No, the kart in front is a Zip.
There we go. Keep an eye on that gap then between 2nd and 3rd, whether or not that is closing up. You've got Jarrett Clark and Kai Clark. So the two Clarks there, but one with an E, one without an E.
Ah, yes, yes.
There we go. That's, see there.
And there's one of the paramedics. They're just walking Bella Fairclough and Eva Morris back to the pits, just again. And Rocco Shenton, who's now on a Synergy, so it's his first round on a Synergy kart.
Yes, yeah.
He's still a privateer driver, but there he goes, just forcing, saying, push me, push me.
Yes, but no, well, crucially, he's managed to get past, so he's just got past Kai Clark on that last lap.
Yeah, I love that, yeah. I'm going to overtake you, now you push me.
Yes, there we go, that's how it works.
Craigie still leads by about 2 kart lengths from Jarrett Clark.
I say he's opened up the gap now, hasn't he?
Yeah, Clark can't quite get back within lunge range. There's a move. The number 42 of Oliver Spencer goes past Charlie Warren for 9th place. 3 1/4 minutes to go.
So not much time left in this one, and it's calmed down a little bit there as Kai Clark
Still
also
more,
said, yeah.
I mean, the last time when someone was shouting, push that hard, it was in a maternity unit.
Oh dear. But like I say, but now we're in a bit of a tricky situation here, because Jarrett Clark, he's not right on the back of Kenzo Craigie.
And he's tried to get there, but he hasn't got any help from behind.
No, exactly. But when those two behind do arrive, Shenton, not Synergy teammates.
No, but on a Synergy, I mean, Rocco, the E-plate holder, I mean, he'll work with whoever.
Yeah.
You know, he'll work with whoever that helps get him to the front. But does Jarrett Clark fall back and give Kenzo Craigie an even bigger gap? just to get the extra help. I think, though, Shenton, Kai Clark and Endicott are going to catch Jarrett Clark regardless, and then it'll be 4 against 1 at the front.
Yes, it will be. Let's see what happens then as they go through. And it looks like already, yes, they have caught to the back as Endicott fastest lap.
At the back of that train has got the fastest lap. He is the shovel, and he is just scooping the rest along.
He really is as they go through now. Look at that very distinctive gap now. 1 leading the way in the form of Kenzo Craigie. Then you've got the group of 4, Clark, Shenton, Clark and Endicott. Then you've got Ballack, Barham, Wolfit, all behind as well. They're starting to all concertina up once again as they go through. Shenton down the inside, and that's going to give Craigie the opportunity. He needs to break away, and Endicott now takes the second place.
Brilliant move there, Max Endicott there. Took a wide entrance into that corner, and then just as Shenton's momentum took him wide, he was able to dive up the inside. 2 for 1, special offer.
Yeah, no dramas there whatsoever. But, like we say, as they come through, minute and a half to go, plenty of time left in this race. Now they're going to have to work together.
Right.
They're going to have to work together.
Mark this. With 1 minute, when they cross the line, look at the clock. So, they cross the line now. 1 minute plus a lap to go. Kenzo Craigie's lead is 0.56 of a second. Can he hold on? Can he stay in front? Or will the irresistible force of the 2, 4, 5 carts following him, chasing him down, will that gap decrease? It's coming down by 100. It's coming down by 100th. This is nail-biting stuff. 30 seconds plus change and a lap to go. Rocco Shenton in 3rd place. It's going to be Max Endicott catching Kenzo Craigie all on his own. Shenton, Kai Clark, Jarrett Clark and Luca Ballack are next in line. 20 seconds to go, and it's now game on. 6 for the win. Craigie leads, and all the Synergy carts are chasing him.
Well, crucially, you just saw there, Craigie, he's stuck to the normal racing line.
He can't now. He's got to defend now.
Yeah.
The clock strikes 0. He's going to be checking over his shoulder, coming out of every corner. This is going to be special, this next 45 seconds.
Here we go then, across the line. Final lap board comes out for Honda Cadet. Race 21 of event 9 of the Wera British Kart Championships. And again, everyone's going through, everyone looking for that gap, but they can't find it. Craigie still leads. Endicott is now switching to the outside. Watch for the cut back here. Is he going to dive to the inside? No, he stays there behind. This is so, so close.
Good driving from Max Endicott there. He could have shoveled Craigie wide, but he didn't. Very good driving there. So, 2 corners to go. 1 corner to go. 11 years ago today, we lost Martin Hines. Today, on the anniversary of his passing, Kenzo Craigie puts the Zip name back on top of the British Championship for the first time, and Earl and Tuesday Hines and Luke Hines are here. And somewhere up above, Mr. Karting is smiling on Clay Pigeon Raceway. Kenzo Craigie breaks the duck. Zip break their duck. What a final. What a last lap. And Anthony Jordan will go and interview the winners. And there will be an outpouring of emotion, the likes of which we have not seen in some times, I am sure. This morning, Luke and Tuesday Hines and Earl took every Zip driver out onto the circuit, including Caden McQueen, who was the last driver that Martin Hines personally signed to Zipkart. He took them out to lay some flowers and have a moment of respect. And it was on August Bank Holiday Sunday, 11 years ago, the same day the Belgian Grand Prix was being held, that the news broke that Martin Hines has passed away. It's August Bank Holiday Sunday. The Belgian Grand Prix is taking place later today, and Zip have won, and the stars align, and Craigie is your winner. Quick look back at the rest of the results. Endicott second, Rocco Shenton, Believe it or not, that is Rocco's first top 10 finish of the season. Fantastic result for the privateer driver. Kai Clark in 4th, Luca Barlett 6th, Noah Barham 7th, Wolfit is 8th, Wolfit is 7th, Ethan Griffiths is 8th. The Welshman, Jarrett Clark, championship leader, but only by 12 points now from Kenzo Craigie. He finishes 9th, the first time he's missed the podium this year. And Finlay Lines rounds out the top 10. Do you believe in fate? I don't know, but fate smiled today here at Clay Pigeon. And Kenzo Craigie, his first British Championship win. And the team that launched, the company that launched the careers of so many young drivers, including, of course, Lewis Hamilton, after several years of the doldrums, are now back. And see the work that Earl and Tuesday and Luke have put in. And, of course, you know, hello to their mum, Tina, watching at home as well. Fantastic. And this is nothing against, you know, other chassis manufacturers, but karting, especially cadet karting, having the Zip name at the forefront of cadet karting in the UK is so important. It is so important that that company, that chassis, that name is doing what he does ever. And I can just see, you could see there, you could just see Anthony in the white shirt there, but Earl has just literally picked Kenzo up and, you know, given him a, a bear hug. So we'll get Kenzo get his breath back very shortly. But you could just see that there behind the Wera Tools branding as we're looking there on the static camera. We're going to wait and speak. And like I said, Anthony is there to get the immediate reaction of Kenzo Craigie. Max Endicott, can't speak highly enough about him. Going into Hans hairpin on the last lap with Kenzo defending, Endicott could have just very, very subtly put the nose cone to the rear bumper of Kenzo's kart and eased him wide. But he didn't, and that shows that shows the amount of respect that these young drivers have got for each other. And Max Endicott moves into 4th place in the championships. But Anthony Jordan is with Kenzo Craigie in the paddock now.
Thank you very much, Henry. Yes, here with Kenzo Craigie. Kenzo, congratulations. You've done it for the Zip Kart team and on the anniversary as well. You can already see Earl is working on the kart just behind us, but congratulations, well done.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a good final. We didn't quite get the start that we wanted, but then we followed Jarrett around for around 2 laps. Then we went in on him. And then there was a Battenberg, so all the time had been shortened, so we only had like 5 minutes to go after the Battenberg came out. And then once the green flags came out, I got a little bit of a gap, but then Max Endicott closed us in on the last 2 laps, so it was a nice way to end it.
A very nice way to end it, going away with a race victory, and of course the first win for Zip Kart in the modern era, of course, but congratulations. Who would you like to thank?
I'd like to thank my mum, my dad, my sister, Luke, and John at Zip.
His name's Earl.
Yeah. RPM Race Engines. And Martin Hine.
Well, brilliant. Kenzo Craigie, congratulations on P1.
Thank you.
In Honda Cadet, it's his first podium, and as the leading privateer, it's Rocco Shenton. So he's going to put his hat on And while he does that, I shall scoot around to this side. Well, Rocco, this has been a long time coming, hasn't it? You've been up at the front, but today it all came together. Just tell us a little bit about your final and what this means to you.
It means quite a lot as we qualified 20th. Then we got up to 5th in the pre-final from 12th. And that gave us a good place to start in the final.
And of course, as a privateer driver, now that it must mean extra because you can't work with teammates. You've got to make your own fortune, haven't you?
Yeah, so we've got no teammates, but we've moved chassis.
And who would you like to thank?
My mum, my dad, Synergy Racing Developments for the new chassis, RPM Racing Engines, and that's about it.
That's about it. Congratulations. Third place, Rocco Shenton. We now move to second place, and this, I believe, is his career best result. For the Synergy Racing Developments team, it's Max Endicott. Well, Max will put his hand on. Now, this is Max, is your second podium in the British Championship, but I think it's the best result. Talk a little bit about the end of the race when you had the Battenberg flags. You had to make a move. We were chasing Kenzo down on the last lap. Talk us around that final lap.
The final lap, I just wanted to come first, but Kenzo was defending very hard, and this is a very hard track when people are defending to overtake them. So when Kenzo was defending, there's nowhere you can really go. So.
But still happy with second, though?
Yeah.
Excellent. Who would you like to thank?
I'd like to thank Synergy, Mike and Rob, my mechanic Alfie Cockrell, my parents for paying for all of my racing, and RPM Race Engines.
Excellent. And his parents are paying for all of his racing. Well done. Congratulations, Max. Sorry, Chris. Smile. There we go. Big smile. But now, your winner today on a very, very special day for this team, representing the Zip Factory team. It's his first win in the British Championship. It's Kenzo Craigie and the winning mechanic, Earl Panagi. And Earl will get his mechanics award. He gets a medal from Dan Parker from Motorsport UK. There we go. It's all the years of hard work just for that medal. Look at that. So, can we have a photo for Matt? And now, photo for Chris. All smile. Yeah, we got Mr. Craigie, Mr. Endicott. I've got to get their photos in. You've got to just smile. You can't move. He's just put his back out. There we go. And now for Mr. Endicott Senior. Smile at the jawline. Yeah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Honda Cadets. Now Mike Spencer can get home to see his newborn baby. There we go.